Hi, my name is Bryant Lee,
And I'm Puri Hanasif,
and we're both 10th graders that go to FEHS.
and our topic for today is religious discrimination.
We chose the topic of religious discrimination to add value to the academic community by documenting and sharing our explorations. Some examples of religious discrimination include Donald Trump vowing to ban all Muslim travel to and from the U.S. in his presidential campaign. Another example is the system of mixing public schools with religion. We think that the cause of religious discrimination is the 9/11 attacks and media.
Why do people discriminate against Muslims? We chose this focus question because many Muslims, especially women, are discriminated against because of something they wear, like a headscarf or a hijab. This makes the Muslims stand out and look too similar to the religious extremist groups they are most stereotypically related to. Muslims across our country have to deal with religious discrimination that is reflected upon them due to the acts of violence committed by these extremist groups. Because of these, Muslims are turned down many opportunities.
We plan to collect our data on religious discrimination by surveying 3 world geography honors classes. We asked them questions such as, which religious group is discriminated against the most and why? This contains little bias because it is all freshmen. We're not surveying our own class. And second of all, we decided to interview MSA members and ask them about their personal experiences of religious discrimination. And this doesn't have any bias at all because they can't discriminate against their own religion.
Our survey about religious discrimination given to 3 world geography honored freshman kids was a huge success. Out of 106 students that were questioned, 101 responded saying that Muslims was the most discriminated group. One response was very eye-opening because they said that Christians were the most discriminated upon and it was due to Muslim terrorists. These all support our thesis for this project. Interviews with MSA went well too. Out of the 20 club members asked the question whether they've been discriminated upon, 16 of them raised their hands, but only 4 were comfortable with sharing it.
Have you experienced religious discrimination firsthand or secondhandedly?
Yes, all the time actually. Like, it happened a lot in public, and it was actually the worst for me in middle school because I would have people like wrap t-shirts around their heads and say things like call me a terrorist and do all these things, and it just happened a lot in public as well. Like, people will come up to me and tell me to go back to my own country. It's like, where am I gonna go?
I'm American, yeah.
Like, where am I gonna go? I was born here.
And is there anything you want to say about religious discrimination to people that are not familiar that this all happens?
Just think before you talk and think, and like honestly beware of your thoughts, because you shouldn't really discriminate against any race at all, because at the end, like, we're all equal and nobody should feel discriminated against.
Thank you for sharing this.
So she was like, those are not enough excuses, so they didn't like let her come. And then they were like, oh, it's because of your last name, we're very suspicious with you, because our last name is Mohan, which is like M-O-H, so they automatically assume it's Muhammad, but it's not. And so then she was really like sad, and then they knew that she was a Muslim and stuff, so then they just, did not give her the internship, and so she was really upset. And when she found out that it was about her like last name, that just made her more upset about it. And I guess I realized it because Utah's like, it's pretty serious over there. There's not a lot of Muslims, but it's still kind of sad that they're doing this. This was one of her dream internships, and she lost it just because of religion discrimination. Yeah. So I guess it is pretty serious around the world, especially like in America. It's very serious, and there's so many events happening that people automatically think that every Muslim is, but it's not, and it's just. So the fact that Muslims are sacrificing their dreams just because to be protected, or they're not getting what they want just because of their religion, is just not fair.
True. Would you like to just say something about religious discrimination so people realize that it's actually a really big issue?
So just because this is just an internship, but imagine like there's some people who are not even getting jobs or houses or anything because of religion discrimination.
I think it was a service. It's just because I'm used to people being rude to me because I'm wearing the scarf and like people just look and stare and point. So I guess we're used to like the reason being we're wearing a scarf.
Why? Do you know why people choose to religiously
I don't know.
discriminate? Because
I think it's because we just wear scarves. People get intimidated. They're like, oh my god,
Intimidated, yeah.
what is she? Why? But they don't understand that we're just like you. Like, we go to movies, we eat ice cream, we like, it's like, yeah, that's it.
and is there anything you want to say?
If you if you got to know one of us, you know that we're like, you know that we're not all like that. Because majority of the people who discriminate against us never have like talked to a Muslim before face to face or have like a friend. So if they actually got to know one of us and like communicated with us, they would know that we're just like you, you know?
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
As you just saw, these are real situations that most people are unaware of. Students just like you are facing this discrimination, and our goal for this project is to spread awareness for this injustice. Many people are still not aware of Islamophobia. The implication of our answer to our focus question is that people discriminate because they are uneducated. Media portrays biased views, and community definitely affects the person.
Our project relates to the novel Night because Night talks about the story of a young Jewish boy and his personal experiences of the Holocaust. The Holocaust is an example of religious discrimination which led to the deaths of 6 million Jews. History repeats itself. This furthers our cause on why religious discrimination should be looked at right away. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and I hope you will make a difference.